We are rolling.
Hi, I'm Basman. Today we're with Ella. I have a few questions for you, Ella. So what are your main political concerns right now?
Obviously the war in Iran.
The war?
I guess the Iran war.
Funding for various military conflicts and wars overseas.
Instability, just with all the wars that are going on. Middle East, Russia, obviously Trump starting wars with every other country that he finds.
Joining the war in Iran, but I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, I think that's a big one for lots of people because I think with obviously like the cost of oil,
The economic instability that brings in terms of the price of oil, which also to us normal people, it affects us on a day-to-day life because of the price of everything. If oil goes up, then everything goes up, and then we get poorer.
Cost of living crisis. It's getting more and more expensive out there, you know.
How much trust do you have for our current government?
None. Just think they're just absolutely useless, to be honest. Like, there always has been though, you know, but particularly this government, I think they made a lot of promises that they can't keep, but they all do that at the end of the day.
75%. I think they're not great. I don't think any British government ever has been great. So it's hard to say that I really trust like this government. I think as well with things that's about Epstein, because they've raised like quite a lot of concerns as well about like how thorough they are. But I would really struggle to tell you, you know, who've been doing a really good job.
Not much at all.
Yeah, I don't really trust them. I think they have their own agendas. It's not really for the business. Yeah, I agree.
Do you trust the current government?
I think they've got a very tough job, to be honest. I don't think either government's done a great job, so...
Oh, you could get me going. So, I think there has been an enormous erosion of trust, basically, over the last kind of 8-10 years or so.
Yeah, but that's not the current government, is it?
Well, do I trust any government? How much do I trust? I would say they're better than most.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
But like 3 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm just not seeing much happening, to be honest. But I do feel like Keir Starmer's had like a good month or so recently. Like on the up a little bit, but I think delivering and driving the economy has been quite poor so far.
Not highly. No, I don't really trust them that much. Mostly because I don't really know them.
Very little, but I didn't trust the previous one either, or the previous one before that either, or the previous one before that either, so it's not saying much.
Yeah, hereditary. How do you feel about the rise of populist parties like Reform or the Green Party?
Not great. I think, to your point, it's the Green Party to one side, the Reform to the other side, so left and right. Either extreme is not good. In my opinion, being way more central is the way to go. But
how do you feel about the rise of populist parties like Reform or Green Party?
It's scary, isn't it? That like the way they can manipulate people and everyone basically. Agreed. And I think it ties into, you know, I was saying how I'm off social media now. Yeah. I think social media has a big part to play in like these extremist views and these parties that come out on the extreme ends, whether it's Reform or someone extreme left. I think that's why they're getting a bigger rise now, because they get blown up on social media because they have these like crazy views that are popular to see.
Really worrying. I don't know, I never really thought I would have to worry about like Nigel Farage being in power, and I felt like after Brexit maybe he lost a lot of support, and it's kind of scary to see support rising. Not even, I don't know, just to know that like more people in the UK have like quite extreme views about certain topics. It's kind of worrying.
It's knee jerk. That's kind of, these are really kind of deep and
Yeah, I'm thinking like very nuanced.
I think that they are I think I can understand why they have sort of gain popularity.
Yeah.
But I think that's that protest vote kind of thing. That's a reaction to circumstances that people find themselves in, and there can be a bit of a, well, if I don't have it, then I'm going to make sure you don't have it either, sort of thing. So
I think that the newer party's success is coming from the weaknesses of the kind of the establishment.
Yeah.
A lot of rhetoric around immigration, of course, dividing massive opinion and stuff like that, which I think isn't actually the root cause of the majority of our problems. But yeah, I'd say the lack of strength of Labour and the Tories means that people can come along off something different, even though it's just packaged up differently.
Yeah.
Especially in the case of reform.
The guy in the back end does not like reform.
I think it's just, it happens, especially when you've got a struggling government. People look for excuses or look for extremist views because the current standard of living and all that stuff is just so bad at the minute. People look to the next alternative and look for things to blame, and it's just bound to happen. I don't agree with them, obviously.
How do you define populist parties here in the UK? It might be a little bit different than what I understand over the United States.
I mean, it's an ongoing debate. A lot of people don't disagree how Reform is a populist party.
Yeah.
There's debate going around if Green Party is a populist party.
I see.
It's essentially a party that gets vote and attraction because of strong feelings and hate of the elite. So
Yeah.
It's more like, don't go to the elite. We are going to represent you better.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's, I personally really believe in political parties that really ultimately capture the voice of the masses. And so I think in particular right now, in the United States, those who control the political affairs, they're often a part of the 1% of the United States. They're often of the billionaire class. And even if they're not involved in politics in some way, they have their hand in politics in terms of the funding that they put towards the passage of certain laws and policies, as well as just backdoor conversations, handshakes that kind of happen in order for certain technologies to be approved in advance. So in terms of populist parties, in terms of more grassroots kind of movements occurring in which there are different people, not of the elite class, kind of running for a political party and addressing socioeconomic needs of the people in terms of just affordability, healthcare, education. I think it's great. Yeah.
Do you vote?
Yes, I do.
Who do you vote for in the last elections?
So it would be the mayoral elections at that point. Yeah, and in that case, me alongside a bunch of other people voted for Zoran.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, from London, he's very popular. So yeah.
He's fantastic. What's actually really interesting about him is he's actually very much out and about with the rest of his constituents, and so it's I actually met him at a bar, and then we had a conversation about what he was planning to do for the neighborhood and whatnot, and it was really great to see that there was somebody in the neighborhood actually talking to people from the neighborhood in order to understand their needs.
Yeah. Do you guys vote? I have in the past, but I didn't in the recent election.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys looking to vote for the coming local elections? I need to do more research into it, but yeah, I think I probably should do.
Yeah, I am.
Do you guys want to share who you're voting for? I currently don't know. I need to do more research into it.
Yeah, also don't know. I moved to Wandsworth a few weeks ago, so I need to look into who the local candidates are.
Do you vote?
I do vote, yeah.
Do you want to share who you're going to vote for?
I will vote Conservative, just because I don't think Labour are currently in power in Wandsworth. I don't think a lot of the things that they've done are good, so in my opinion, it's good. Even if you sway either way, it's good to have a balance of both parties.
Yeah. Do you vote?
Yes.
Who do you vote for in the 2024 elections?
I actually spoiled my ballot.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't really like anyone, but I thought I should still go and exercise my right to vote.
Yeah,
so I spoiled my ballot.
Okay. And do you want to share who we're going to vote for the local elections?
I don't normally vote at the local elections, to be honest. Okay, so I'd be lying if I said I've got something in mind.
Who do you guys vote if you were able to vote?
Yes. I don't think so. I don't really know enough about it.
Fair enough.
If it was New Zealand, yes, I'd be conservative.
Same.
I'm undecided.
I mean, I don't know much about New Zealand politics. How is it going there?
Well, we had the great Jacinda Ardern.
Yeah. I read her book. It was incredible book.
He's not a
So
fan.
Okay.
Very liked here and not back in New Zealand.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it was mostly because of the COVID policies, basically.
Oh, okay. That
They
makes
were.
sense.
And she started, when you asked about trust in government, she started to erode it enormously.
Oh,
she was the
wow,
first
okay.
sort of politician in New Zealand to begin the kind of, like, I guess there's Trump, Boris, Jacinda, to begin to begin to outrightly
The big three.
Lie.
well, to just lie
Oh, okay. That's
without actually any shame in the lying, the fake news thing. And again, I think that is what erodes the trust.
Yeah.
And you need trust. So, without that, then I guess it's not just trust in the government, but it's trust in the people around you. And
It's foundations of humanity.
like, yeah. Like, that's the whole social structure sort of thing.
Do you vote?
No, I don't.
Are you going to vote in the local elections?
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
Is there a reason?
No, not really. I do think voting matters and stuff, but I'm not even registered, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's quite bad. I should vote, yeah.
What would make you vote?
Just hearing someone that I like, someone that I agree with, someone that's not trying to sell so much stuff, make loads of promises they can't keep. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. It was very helpful. Have a lovely day. What's your name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. I'm Basma.
Basma.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Bye.